Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time and you would like to learn something about nutrition, but something small that will not overwhelm you and you want to go step by step, you are at the right place, but not at the right time. We have two more videos. I have two more videos for you before this one, so please check that out and then come back here. If you are here with me since the beginning of the school, and maybe even before that, I'm really not a nice person right now, because there are people who've been following me since I was posting all sorts of videos. So if you're one of them, I'm very grateful to you, and I hope you're getting something good out of all of this, because there's a whole point beside the subscription and likes and all that, right? Today we are getting our third lesson, third task, before our huge test, final test, okay? And I will share you experience from my life where I will give you proof that you can eat everything, but amounts are important. And wait, I know, hold on. I know you will tell me, I just cannot. If I eat a bag of cookies, I will finish it all. If I start a chocolate bar, I will finish it all. I know, I was you, believe me. And I hated, low-key hated people who were able to just take a bit and leave it. I thought they have some superhuman powers and that I'm cursed here and it's just not possible for me. It's simply not true. When you give your body nutrients, what it needs, when you balance out your hunger and satiety hormones, when you can trust yourself, and then when you get some of those fun foods, if you change your mindset, it's so annoying. You need to change your mindset. But it is like that. You see it as, this is who I am. This is my belief that I cannot eat differently. All those other people are aliens and it's simply not who I am. If you don't change that, you will stay like that. If you just give it a chance, just to think that there might be that we are all the same and we have only different habits and set of beliefs, you might take different approach and give yourself a chance to change that mindset and to start seeing it differently. 3 years ago, in summer 2022, I had a motorcycle accident, and I'm not trying to make something huge out of it. I do post from time to time things from that period because it's part of my life, and I still haven't figured out some huge cosmical universal reason why it happened. So what I can do is to take all the lessons out of it and give it to others, and that's my way to deal with the pain. You know, I'm trying to make something good out of it. For example, I can share this story and show you that you should not fear when you cannot move as much as you want, you cannot train as much as you want, that you will gain fat, that everything is disaster. It's not optimal, but it's not disaster. And also, if you remember anything from all my blabbing, is that amounts are important. If you eat healthy foods in crazy amounts, you will still gain fat. You can still get unhealthy if you overeat on things called healthy, but there are still sugar, there are still fat, they're still in too big amounts. Anyhow, let's go back to 2022. Long story short, this time I'll try to really stick to that. Motorcycle accident, my knee got destroyed, like completely. Polytrauma it's called, like everything we have in knee got destroyed. Thank God I don't have any implants, but I do have consequences until today, and I'm trying to recover from that and live with it like nothing happened. You can see on my Instagram if I'm doing well or not. Anyhow, during that period, I literally could not walk. I could not move. I had crutches for like 4 months. I think the first time I started to walk was 4 months after. I could check the video. So the person I was before, person I was before, how much I moved, how much I trained other people. Now I was couch potato, and I was laying in bed most of the time in those 24 hours. Yes, you will say, but Jasna, you said on your Instagram and you showed some videos you were working out. Yes, I was, people. But I was just trying to maintain muscle what I have and avoid having pains because I was laying in bed so much. And spoiler alert, yes, I managed to do so because I had muscle mass, because I was strong before that. One of the reasons everyone should work out, having strong body. It's never like, maybe I don't need it. Yes, you do. So I had no pain. I was in bed all the time, except when I would get up to go to toilet, when I would go to physiotherapy, which was a pain in the ass, by the way, to just get down, get in the car, get out of the car. It just was horrible. I was holding my leg like this everywhere I went. I had to move it, and it was just pain in the ass. Not good pain of muscle soreness, for example. So yes, I was working out, but just to maintain the muscle, just with some dumbbells my sister has at home, and I was doing 3 sets per muscle group. It wouldn't take more than 20 minutes maybe. So I was working only one leg, back, chest and arms. I was not doing some crazy split. I was not doing cardio, and I don't know. The point is, those workouts don't burn many calories. And if I lay in bed the rest of the time, I'm also not burning many calories except what my body needs just to survive. So I was eating foods like this. And you think I didn't gain weight because I was working out. No, I already told you that doesn't burn many calories. Yes, later when I was able to move more, I was walking on the crutches, going for walks whenever I could at the rehab, but none of that was as important as my knowledge about the food. And believe me, basic knowledge. I'm no scientist here, no dietitian, no nutritionist. I'm health coach. And just understanding that now when I move less, my body simply needs less. And because I managed before, while always focusing on protein and fiber to have it as first, and healthy fats, and everything else comes on top, I knew what my priorities are. Along the way, with time, my body was just fine knowing this is what I need, this is what my soul needs, comes on top, and then we're all good, okay? So then when my energy expenditure drastically reduced, I didn't freak out. I was just eating smaller meals when I was hungry, high in protein and fiber, healthy fats, and all good. Nothing happened. I didn't gain any weight during the 4 months where I barely moved. So the point is, and I will say it again, nutrition and exercise go perfectly together. But if one is out of the equation for some reason, for some time, it still doesn't mean we should get unhealthy, we should gain weight, that it's a consequence of not working out. No, it's consequence of our choices. So I would really like you to consider, next time you feel you need those fun foods, just give it a try and follow my rule. Let's not have it on empty stomach when I'm hungry. Let's try to have a bit less than what I usually do. So if you usually, when you open chocolate bar, you finish the whole, let's say, okay, now I will have only half, okay? And if I want the rest, I can have it again after dinner or after my next meal. It's not forbidden, it's there. But you are the one who chooses your priorities and decides what's more important to you and what role those fun foods will play in your overall nutrition and what healthy foods. And now, as your last homework, before that, did you do it? Did you do it? I said I will not be nice as the last time if you didn't. So if you neglect protein, especially lean protein, that's a lot healthier than some greasy meat, for example. Yes, you can have it from time to time as everything, but it's not so beneficial for us as the alternative. High fiber. And now we want to focus also on understanding what the healthy fats are and also what unhealthy fats are. Okay, so please ask that ChatGPT, Google it, find the list of healthy fats, find what you like to eat, and find a way how to implement it in your meals. Okay? So now I want you to have 2 out of 3 meals in 1 week that have high protein, high fiber, and healthy fats. Let's understand one thing. Fiber can be found in carbohydrates. So you can have high fiber but low carbohydrate foods like vegetables, and you can have high fiber and high carbohydrate foods like, I don't know, beans, or beans are great. It's not bad. I'm just telling you. You can also have high fiber pasta, but still has a lot of carbs compared to just some vegetable. You know what I mean? If you're not sure, Google it. I'm not here to give you all the answers. I'm not ChatGPT. I don't know why now that my joke, it's really not that good. The point is, you don't need to know all about the food there is in the world, but you need to know what's good for you, and you already know what's not. Regarding unhealthy fats, I do need you to read a bit, because you need to understand that to avoid highly processed food that have trans fats and all that stuff that is really not good for us, you should limit. I don't want you to be afraid of anything. I eat every type of food. Literally, that I know, okay, this is disaster nutritionally, but but I have it in smaller amounts. And for me, that's the way I should live my life. If one day I wake up and I feel like I don't need those fun foods anymore because now only healthy foods became fun foods for me, then I will start doing that. But until then, I don't want to. Same for you. You find what works for you. If you don't trust yourself that you can have just a bit and stop, it will never change before you change how you see yourself and that mindset and beliefs. Because I generally think that people who struggle to stop eating certain foods and have them as, I will finish the whole thing or not have it at all, and you function better if you forbid yourself, sooner or later you will overeat those foods for sure, and it's not healthy. So why not just to explore the topic of, maybe I should work on my beliefs and my habits more than just trying to restrict myself and forbid myself the things I feel have power over me. They do not have power over you. They've been just for way too long in your life the way they are. And now if you start changing it bit by bit, it could be completely different in a couple of months, a year, for the rest of your life. So remember, don't go my direction where I went years ago and took me 4 years to get where I am now. You can start right now, avoid those 4 years, invest a bit of time and have perfectly healthy relationship with food. And then when you're ready, when you feel, okay, this is fine, I understood the basics, now we can decide which method to use for you specifically to lose weight and not yo-yo diet. That will be our next theory lesson. But for now, until then, I want you to, for a week, told you, now we want healthy fats, 2 out of 3 meals, we want focus on high protein, high fiber, and healthy fats moderate, because it's still we can overeat easily on high fat foods because they have a lot more calories than protein and carbs. Okay, just play around with it, figure out what's tasty to you. Make your meals simple. It doesn't, as I said, always need to be amazing culinary experience. You don't need to avoid restaurants, but if you go out every single night, it's a bit harder to make huge changes, and it's also good to save some money. So just think what's important to you. If you're now really serious to make changes for life, then play with your plate that you make yourself. You don't need to cook for 2 hours. Believe me, I do not. If I see that recipe says 40 minutes, I'm already like, God, 20, 30 tops. And you can make super delicious meals. They're not complicated. They're just focused on your macronutrients, and then later will be easy to play with them. Okay, now I have optimal simple meal. Now I can eat out. Now I can go there. They will cook for me. They will do this. I will do that. We will do nothing. And as always, try to continue to skip eating fun foods on empty stomach. Combine it with nutritionally valuable foods, or eat after. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I don't say I will know the answer, no, but I'll try to find it for you. And what you will do for me is, because this is quid pro quo, don't think I'm doing this for free. You must, if you haven't, subscribe, share, like, comment. Today, it's okay, you don't have to tell anyone about it. It's fine. There's no extra credit here. No, because your final test is coming. What will you do? Will you continue putting effort and trying to make your plate optimal and put fun foods as extras, not as the main course? 2 out of 3 meals. That means one meal can be whatever. You don't have to think, just whatever comes first, whatever you want. Just don't think about it as, oh my God, my 2 meals have to be perfect. This is the only one that can be fun and enjoyable. So now I will overeat on that because, again, tomorrow 2 meals have to be healthy. That's not the point. I'm just saying 2 out of 3, because if I say 3 out of 3 for the whole week, it will be overwhelming. So if you manage also only one, it's fine. I want it to be more natural to you, to have optimal meals whenever you can, and then when life is busy, when you're going out, that you don't need to overthink, you know? It's just, yeah, it's always good to have some protein. Will that always be lean protein? Will it be as protein in your pizza? Sure, why not? That's protein too. If you have cheese and some salami or tuna. But I want you to understand what macronutrients are and to feel how you're feeling fuller when eating a meal like that compared to pizza. No offense to pizza, I love pizza. And I do understand that eating is sometimes more than just giving fuel to your body. Yes, I do. But if you do want to stop emotionally eat, then I would really need you to take this approach, to be more pragmatical and decide, okay, I want first nutrients, then I will feed my soul afterwards, okay? So it's all about staying consistent and slowly implementing new habits. I'm not saying completely avoid the foods you love. I'm just saying swipe that at night, indulging in whatever feeds your soul, to first pragmatically feed your muscles, your body, your physical body, and then actively decide to feed your soul. But let's be honest, your soul is not so big, it doesn't need that much. So give it only a bit and tell the soul, you can have it later again or tomorrow. No need to overeat the soul, okay? And everything will be fine. Just be patient with yourself and your soul, okay? And if I can do anything, let me know in the comments. As I said, I'll probably will not, but let's try. Thank you for being here. Lots of love and see you next time. Bye bye.